My name is Tricia Wright. I'm the personal lines manager. I oversee the personal lines department that is in each of our locations, so 7 of them in total. I work with the personal lines department, both the sales and the service side, coaching and helping out and managing. I've been with Nicol Insurance since September of 2015, so just over 7 years. So when I started at Nicol Insurance, I started in the service role in the personal lines department. I then moved into a sales role, then into the team lead for the personal lines department, and then the manager of the personal lines department. Over the years, we've grown in offices, we've grown in staff, we've restructured the entire department for the better, allowing people to exceed in where they want to. So whether it's sales or service, they're able to focus on what they want to do and what they really are comfortable doing and where their strengths are. So I've lived in Owen Sound just after I finished college. I moved to Owen Sound. I have lived here for about 16 years now. I think the best thing about living in Owen Sound is the sense of community. It is a small town. You never know who you're going to run into, whether you're at the gym or at the grocery store. And it's just that familiarity that you have a familiar face everywhere you go. So work experience-wise, I have worked in finance, I have worked at customer service, hospitality. I think the whole reason I made the move to work at Nicol Insurance is because of the culture that Tim was bringing to the company at the time. It was the family aspect, it was the team aspect, it was working together, and that's really where I wanted to work, which is why I made the change to go from my working in finance to working in insurance. My most enjoyable part of the job is working with the staff. It is the moment that staff member who has been looking for a solution for a client, or when it's that the terminology clicks and they all of a sudden understand what they're looking for, or they find that solution, or if they're looking for a car rental and they can do that and they find it. It's those wins. It's the excitement that they get when they have a challenge and they succeed at finding a solution for the client. I would say what sets Nicol Insurance apart from other insurance providers is the personal touch. We care about our clients. We care about making sure that they have the correct coverage, and we want to make sure that our clients are educated in what they are actually paying for and what coverage that they have. We pick up the phone. There is not a wait time in order to speak to someone. From our receptionist to the fact that we have teams of 2 that service each book of business and each client, so that if one person's not available, there's someone else. And beyond that, our team comes together. If someone else is busy and the client needs something immediately, there is always someone available to answer that call. A client story that really sticks out to me was one of the very first client one-on-one meetings I had, and it was explaining a home policy to clients who were probably around my parents' age, and sitting there and going over and explaining how the coverages worked, how the deductible worked, and how in the event of a claim, how they would respond. And the kind of aha moment and the statement that was said to me was, "This has never been explained to me, and I've been paying for insurance for decades." So I think that moment was the moment to me where I was like, I love that. I love that aha moment and where it actually clicks. So a good insurance policy would be a policy where the client understands what they're paying for, has made the decision on what coverages that they want, and has been offered all of the advice. As a broker, we're here to advise the clients what their options are after we've gotten to know what their needs are. And once the client has made those decisions, that's a good policy because they know and they feel comfortable with what they have. A bad insurance policy would be making an assumption of what a client needs and not offering all of the options. And therefore the client is just pigeonholed into what someone thinks that they need and not necessarily finding a solution for what their needs are. And it could be just because it's the cheapest price and that's what they think the client needs, but it's not that peace of mind that the client has. I think the most rewarding part of my job again is the most rewarding part of my job is working with the staff and having those wins and getting those text messages or those screenshots of people wanting to show what they've done, or, hey, I just closed this deal, and hey, I just, this is how far I've worked ahead, or this is what I've done this week. I've had them multiple already this week, even just in messages on my computer saying, this is how many policies I've done this week. This is what I've got. I've got this in the pipeline. The excitement from the staff themselves of where they've come in the last year, 6 months, however long they've been in the industry, and when they get excited about those little things, that's the best part. What drives me in my career would be the staff. This team over the last 2 years, I have seen come together over good times, over bad times. We have all come together due to a death that we've had in their company unexpectedly, and the support and the camaraderie that we have for each other, and how everyone's been able to step up regardless to where they're located or if they've immediately worked with that person. The way that the team comes together is what drives, because at the end of the day, when you're sitting there and you get like a card or a message from someone, or they reach out to you because they know something's going on, and just to check in, that the family that we have here at Nicol Insurance is phenomenal. So Nicol Insurance is made up of 3 different departments that we've divided into. That allows specialties in each of those departments. So we have your personal lines, which looks after your personal insurance needs. So from your home, your auto, your cottage, could be your trailer, your boat. And then we have a small business department, and then we also have a commercial department. We all work together as a team and make sure that our clients are covered, but each department then has specialties within it. We have someone who's on the service side and someone who's on the sales side. We also have a team of 2 that is there to work for each of our clients. In each department, we mirror the same structure so that we are able to service our clients in the same level regardless to what their needs are. When I first got licensed and started understanding what insurance actually was, I was shocked that for years I had paid for insurance and had no knowledge or didn't even care to think about what I was paying for. So I think it is I don't want to say lack of knowledge, but it's more so the fact that there's not someone doing their job to educate the client of what they're actually paying for. So in the event of a claim, you understand as a client, okay, this is collision, this is my deductible, I know what my next steps are, I know how to deal with it. And I think that can be lost with some insurance companies because it's a checkbox, and rather than educating the client what they could or what they do have. I think our staff care. I know they care. I get the emails, I get the phone calls, like when there's a claim, escalating those to management to make sure that communication, because we don't have always the control from the communication from the insurance company to the insured when it comes to a claim, but I get to hear the passion that our staff have for the clients, and when there's something going wrong, how much they fight for those clients. And so that's what I get to see. And so I think that's really what sets us apart as well, is that the passion and the caring that they have.